Nope.
Term thing.
Careful about free. If
Is
you,
that where you're going with that?
I would actually, you were going with that one. I'm actually going with, if I'm trying to hire someone, I want them to come on, but I have two employees who matter a lot to me. Their opinions matter a lot to me. If this guy gets in who I think is perfect in the interview and they hate him and they're willing to leave.
there's the behavior
like
piece.
that.
That's right. Especially small companies. I don't want to throw the imbalance. I got a great group going. I don't want to mess it up. Then I'm not sure what's going to happen here. And sometimes it's really hard in the interview. So I may strike these kind of deals, either through a temp agency or my own. Have legal counsel look at that.
In the case of what Joe's asking, if I structure it as rather than an employee relationship, an ambassador is going to come in and do something free, it's almost a volunteer bonus thing. Is that
Yeah, and those are hard to pull off safely.
If I'm a nonprofit, is it easier?
Oh, happy people don't sue.
Yeah, people have.
Thanks.
Rejecting an applicant for having a bad attitude. And I gave this one away. This one is safe, but get out of attitude. Stop with the attitude, go behavior. Behavior, behavior, interview for behavior. If they're miserable and grumpy in the interview, wait till you put them on payroll. Much easier to fix a performance issue. And just as Mason said, I got two great guys. I want to make sure the third one will work well, play well in the sandbox. Sometimes I really can't tell until I put them on the job for a while. And so in those kind of issues, then you're just saying, we're going to go this way. One survey showed 82 CEOs who failed. Number one reason they failed, hiring the wrong person in the wrong position and then refusing to deal with them, as Tim said, refusing to have the conversation. 82 CEOs that failed. Number one reason, wrong person and not dealing with them. Wow, we've covered a lot of stuff, and I don't want to kill you guys off. As you can tell, I could just keep going. Any other questions or?
So in a retail setting, going back to number 5, if you say up front in the interview that, say the first week and a half to 2 weeks of training is a probationary test out period, at the end of your training, we will evaluate and offer you a permanent position. Is that a better solution than a...
Well, you've then sacrificed your right to fire them at will ever again.
Okay. Really?
How so?
They'll say, did you have a heightened sense of job security after you successfully completed your probationary period? Oh yeah, so it negates the at-will relationship, in your case after 2 weeks. I don't need to do that. Just tell them, keep the same tone and behavior. We're going to be watching you pretty closely initially.
Okay.
When do I get my first raise? When you've earned it. You've had some people, you'll meet this guy, he got a raise in 30 days, he was so good. Other people never ever got a raise. You won't meet them, they're not here. So which are you? How will I know? Talk to your supervisor. So you can still communicate expectations, just don't get hung up with the time frame. And drop the word permanent. Temp to perm, temp to regular, temp to regular. Think like a crazy HR person. We think very literal. Good news, we're in Texas. You won't have that kind of pressure. Employment law typically starts East Coast, West Coast, works its way, and then gets to Texas. So it's pretty much worked out. And that's good news if you're starting it. This is a great state to start a business. A great state to start a business. As crazy as some of this regulation sounds, it's a great state to start a business. Yeah, and the economic experts will say one of the best, if not the best in the country.
So if you're actually hiring 1099 employees across the country remote, and you probably won't ever see them, maybe once a year or something like that, what things you should think of if you're looking at hiring this person?
As you hire remotely, make sure that you have an accountability piece, that you know what a good employee looks like, the results of what your expectations are. So set that up front. I would expect to see this. Oh, this is what so that I have some way of judging, because I can't watch them every day. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I can certainly see the results. But I've got to have that set up first. If it's sales, it's pretty easy. Other jobs are a little tougher, but you can still quantify. This is what I mean. We hired a church leader, youth leader recently, and we set results. We thought backwards. How will we know when he's being successful? When the kids are dragging their parents to church, when other churches are calling us up and saying, we want to be part of your youth program, and just the sheer numbers. And so that's his target. How he gets there is a lot of flexibility, but that's how we'll know when we go to evaluate at the end of the year, are we anywhere close? tougher remotely because you're not there. But I want to be very clear up front. These are the performance and behavior expectations I have for each location. Hey, appreciate the time. I'll be around to answer individual questions. All right, let's call this, though, an end so people can go that need to. All right, thank you very much. You're welcome. Welcome. Okay, what'd you have?
Oh, this didn't record. Can we do that again?
Oh.